best feeling that you ever felt. Don't lie. Now that you're telling me that, it caught me by surprise. We can ride in my Maybach and cruise all night, yeah. I know that you're feeling it, vibe just different. I can see you getting into it. I promise I ain't missing it. Ooh, yeah, hop in, let's go. We can take it fast or slow. I'll let you choose the vibe. Tell me yes or no. Enjoy the ride. Let's have the time of our life. Everything's going right, so sit back and vibe. Let's vibe.
You know, I'm a DJ, right? You should know this. Got a whole lot of rights. Choose your right. Got a whole lot of rights. Choose your right. Got a whole lot of rights. Choose your right. Got a whole lot of rights. Choose your right. You know the vibes.
Hey, happy Thursday, everybody. Angela and I are here live together. So thanks for joining us today. How are you, Angela?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. We're vibing here. We're vibing here at the Vibe headquarters. And if this is your first time tuning in with us, this is our driver update for all of our drivers out there. Tuesdays and Thursdays, Angela and I come on and we do the updates for the drivers. It just happens to be one of those Thursdays that we're actually in the office together. So we enjoy that. This doesn't happen very often. Was this the second time that we've done this?
Yes, this is the second time.
Only the second time. So thanks for joining in with us. And let's see, we've got people calling in from today. Angela, who do we
got? Well, welcome everyone. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening from wherever you are, because I know you're global and you're everywhere and you're vibing. And today, who do we have? We have Stephen Young Diamond. Thomas is watching. Welcome to the call. And that's Tampa. Jack Beer, hey, how are you? Good to see you. So Tampa's in the house, of course. Mario is, I think he's still in Dallas. Dallas, are you still in Dallas, Mario? Welcome, welcome. Michigan, Paul, welcome back. You know, great support from you guys out there. Thank you so much for tuning in. We've got Diane Farley from Atlanta, Georgia.
Wow.
Yes. Dallas, Tim from Dallas is in the house.
I think I saw Saskatchewan coming in from the Zoom line.
Oh, that's awesome.
Right, somebody from Canada for you.
Yes, Canadians. Good morning from Odessa, Texas. Good morning from South Florida. So we got Rosie from Odessa. We got Sarah from South Florida. We've got, who else do we have here?
Oh, we got Surrey, UK. We got United Kingdom. We got
fantastic. We got Angela Bean. Great name, by the way, Angela. From Bermuda. Awesome. We've got Bonita from Dallas, Texas. We got Vicus. Vicus, where are you from, Vicus? You're on all the time. We love your support. Thank you. We've got Yarnell, of course, from Houston, Texas, representing here today. Awesome. Okay, so what are we doing today?
Well, today is what we're doing on Thursdays, which seems to work out quite well when we do it, is questions and answers. So we take Thursday, we go over some updates, And then we take questions and answers. And this has seemed to work fairly well Thursday by Thursday. We're going to do that again today. And this is an opportunity for some of our drivers out there to ask some questions. But again, remember, if you're a new driver or an existing driver, we have a lot of information that's already saved out there.
Oh, absolutely.
Ton of information. Now, a lot of people asked last time about the registration process that you went through and did. We had a great registration process, and we were posting that out there. Do we have that out there?
Yeah, that's part of the updates.
Okay.
Yes.
That's exciting. Okay.
Exciting stuff's coming.
So here's what we're going to do. As we've done in the past, I'm going to turn it over to Angela here. I'm going to hop off the camera. I am going to sit on Zoom and Facebook and write down your questions. I'm going to write them down. And then when Angela finishes getting through the update, I'm going to come back over and we'll do some Q&A for the rest of the session.
Awesome. Terrific.
Okay. So send in the questions, either Zoom or Facebook. But if you're driving, what do we say? No, pull over.
Pull over. Please pull over and type your questions. It's important to us to get your questions in, of course. We may not be able to answer all of them online. Sometimes they're a little more technical and a little more, information is needed in regards to that, but please do so. Get your questions in. And if we don't get to your questions today, what do? We address them later.
We'll get to
at
them.
Another call. We'll get to you. Don't worry about that.
Okay, Angela's going to take over. Start sending those questions in.
Okay, perfect. All right, I'll see you later, Scott. Okay, let me get adjusted here and share our screen here. And so we can go through these updates for today. Okay, all righty. Here we go. All right, like always, our Vibe Rides driver update, and we definitely love our Spanish community, and anyone who needs translation, we've got you covered, and we do that at 822-379-948. So we'll give them a minute to get on. Make sure, we have that available to you, so please take advantage of that. We have fantastic translators out there for you who do this for us every single call. 5 days a week, 7 days a week. We have calls all the time. So thank you to those translators out there. We appreciate you very much. And we apologize in advance for us talking too fast sometimes. But again, 822-379-948. Okay, so let's go to the next screen. Here we go. Of course, we talk about money at times on this call. And of course, we can't guarantee anything. So Vibe Rides cannot and will not make any guarantees about your ability to get results or earn money. That is all up to you. And I call it return on investment. So that's in anything you do. What you put in is what you get out of it. And of course, use your tools, use the information we give you. We give you that advantage so you can utilize that to get the best earnings possible. But of course, we can't guarantee it at all for you. That's all up to you. All right, Vibe software feature updates. This is exciting. I'm always excited because, we talk to the developers on a regular basis. It's like 24/7 with these guys. Some of them are, developing, and girls, of course, are developing 24/7. They constantly going because sometimes there's things that need to be updated before the morning. So we're always updating on a constant basis. And this is why we give you those updates. We want you to know what's going on at all times. And we do our best to keep up with what's happening out there and all the information we do get from the field. But we update you in regards to the app and any developments and any new things that are coming out. So the latest software versions today, as of today, but it could be later today, might change. So I just wanted to let you know that these may change by the end of the day, but we want you to be aware of them at this moment. Driver app version is at 105. You need to be at 105 to have the best tool, the best update, the most efficient tool that you have. It needs to be at 105 to make sure it's working properly. Rider app version is at 98. We give you the rider version as well. Why do we do that? Because if you do have a rider in the vehicle and they may be having challenges with the app, first thing you can ask them if they have the most updated version, and then you can help them out that way. That's part of customer service. So again, over the air updates, this is what we call them. So these updates are called over the air. You may get a pop-up with the new ones. It'll say refresh. You click on that pop-up, it'll do it automatically. If it has not, we always have another way, right? And that what we do is we close the app, open it again, or we delete the app and download it again. You will get the most up-to-date version. All right, so here we are, updated features, and I've got them all here, and we've got more pushing through, but for now, this is what's happening. And Scott just mentioned to you a few minutes ago, exciting. We've been asked to do this, of course, and we've been wanting to do this for you. And so what we did for now, because what we're going to do is we're actually going to put another update in regards to the registration process, so you can actually follow it on viberides.com. We're going to put a video up. We're going to put a video up at this point because we just did it, I think, last week, and we explained it in a video format. And so we are putting that up on viberides.com. You should be there by the end of the day. If it's not, it should be there in the morning. It's in the driver section of viberides.com. You will get the step-to-step registration process that we trained on last week. You have access to it. For now, it will be there. It'll be the video that we did last week. And then we will change it up to make it even more efficient for you, but we need a little bit more time in regards to that. And on top of that, yes, I know what the question is going to be. Will you have it in Spanish? Yes, we will have a Spanish translation. We just need a little bit more time in regards to that, but we will have that up there in Spanish very soon as well. But for now, it's recorded. It's going to be on viberides.com. You will be able to share it with everyone that you can, all the drivers that are wanting to learn how to get through the process. And that way you will understand the process and be able to answer questions out there in the field. So we're doing that for you, hopefully by the end of day, and I'll be checking myself. So I'm sure we'll get that done. All right. The safety business rules. Okay, so we have safety components, of course, which is very, very important to us at Viberides, is safety. And we had a two-step in regards to our 911 and our incident line. So what we did was we made it a one-step. So it's a one-click in the app itself. So that was one of the updates. We did that for both driver and the rider. So it's a one-click safety 911 accessibility. What else do we have here? Okay, you're going to be getting notifications. That will be coming out very soon, if not by the end of the day, by the weekend. You will be getting notification in regards to any documents that are expiring. Insurance, it could be your driver's license, anything like that that has an expiration date. You will be getting notifications 30 days before, and then you'll get another notification the day of. So make sure that you pay attention and, just don't press okay that you saw it, because if you don't change or update your information, guess what? You won't be able to drive. So it's really, really important that you really take notice of the updates when they come in. I mean, of the pop-ups when they come in, those notifications, read them thoroughly. We're trying to inform you of what's going on. We're trying to communicate with you. That's how we do it. We do it through pop-ups and messages and text. So please pay attention and make sure you are up to date on all your documents. So that'll be coming through really soon. So make sure you update all of your information. Okay, what else do we got here? Star ratings. Star ratings are important to us. It's part of customer service. So if you, for some reason, are getting low on your star rating, we're not just going to get upset and not have you drive. We're going to give you the opportunity to get your star ratings up. So if you do get a notification, and that's coming really soon, hopefully by this weekend, you'll get star notification in regards to if your star rating is too low, we will give you 30 days to increase your star rating, and because that's very important. And of course, If your star rating is up there and high and consistent, we will also send you a text notification, because it's important for us to let you know that we're proud of you and that you're providing the best customer service for Vibe Rides. That is our culture. And of course, when we do congratulate you, you might get something. But in any case, we do give incentives for you providing and doing your best for providing that service to our community, and we appreciate you. So we will definitely let you know how much we appreciate you. But these notifications are how we communicate, and that's what we're going to be doing as well. Let's see here. Okay, iPhone XR was having a challenge with the date, the scrolling of the date. We have fixed that. So anyone out there with an iPhone XR, that bug has been fixed. Make sure your version is up to date, and that should be done by the end of day as well. And what else? Oh, and this is fun. This is cancellation reasons, and I like this. So, you know, when you're going to cancel, and that's on the rider side as well as the driver side, it lets us know how to provide better customer service to you as a driver and to the rider, and for you to us. It's part of communication. And so the cancellation is when you click the cancellation tab, you're going to have options to choose from that will let us know why there was a cancellation, so that when we do look into cancellation process, because that's part of your star rating as well, we want to make sure you let us know what happened, because it could have been that there was a cancellation because of the rider, or there was technical difficulties, or, you know, you had a challenge getting to a location because of your vehicle, or any of those reasons. We want to give you the option to let us know, so we can review and go from there in regards to what happens with cancellation charges and so forth. Because of course, we don't want to charge anyone for canceling for a good reason, right? And we definitely don't want your star rating to go down just because you canceled. So of course, we don't want you canceling just because. And so that's why we will have that information in there for you, so that you have options. And I think that is it for our updates. Let's see what we've got here. We've got one more thing, and I think this is a great thing as well. Of course, it's tips. And of course, tips are great. So when you are vibing, and it's our culture, you're going to get some great tips. And then sometimes you won't, because riders just don't, right? They'll say maybe next time. It happens, right? So don't take it personally. Unless you gave bad customer service, then of course, you've got to improve that. But in any case, what we did was we updated it. So now here are the options. You can give either $1, $3, or $5, which is a simple click. Sometimes people are in a hurry and just want to tap and move on with their day. Or the other tip, and the other tip is custom. It's custom. So basically, they can tip you the amount they want to give you, and anything above $5. So we've put that in there for you, so that the rider has the options to give you more. And we want to make sure, of course, if they're really happy with you and they want to give you more tip, we want them to give you more tips. So that is one of the other updates that we have. And we are at the most exciting portion of this presentation, because I like answering questions, because I like you asking questions, because it's important for you as part of all this. You need to know what's going on, and we want to know what's going on, and we want to answer your questions the best as we can. So we will address those today. And
okay, I'm back.
I guess you sent some in.
I'm back. Yes,
looks like a good list.
Quite a few questions, and I'm just going to make a couple comments here before we start. For some of it, we have some new drivers on the line, on the call here today. So Vibe Rides by itself is a standalone entity, but we have a branding and marketing relationship with Ibüümerang, and that process is through a concept called overdrive. So when we go through some of these questions, if you're a driver out there, and we can't get enough drivers, if you hear some questions referring to referral codes or TSAs, those questions are specific to the overdrive component. So when we go through these today, I'm going to try to see if we can segregate them. So if we have just our pure drivers out there, we don't confuse them at all in the process.
Sure, absolutely.
Okay. So here's tough questions to start with. You ready? This
Tough
is really
questions.
difficult. Somebody said, wow, you guys got great shirts on today. Where can I get those?
Oh, that's not a tough
There
question.
you go. Where can people get their Vibe gear?
Boomgear.com. BUUM.com. Oh, BUUM gear. Forgot the word gear. GEAR.com. Boomgear.com. Absolutely. You can get all these shirts. I know I have a cool shirt. You got a cool shirt. I got Choose Your Vibe. But the thing is about this shirt, I think it was limited.
Ooh.
Yeah, but you know what? You can check. Go ahead and check, because we have a fantastic line of clothing in regards to Vibe, and then our marketing arm, Ibüümerang, phenomenal, and the polo that you're wearing is pretty cool too. We have different colors in regards to that, but I hear this t-shirt is become really popular. So what I'm going to do today is text Tundi and let him know that this shirt is getting a lot of attention, because it was worn before by some other presenters and people enjoyed it. So I will make sure I'll let him know. And I see your text. I know. Thanks. I know you like my shirt. I appreciate that.
Okay.
All right.
So here's some interesting question we've done is somebody was looking for, we cut off the top of our heads there.
Okay.
There we go.
Oops.
We call the process. We've done this training in the past. So Angela has done the training for us, and we posted that out there of the registration process.
Yeah.
But somebody's asked the question is, can you do the process of when a driver accepts a ride all the way to the end? And we refer to that process as ping to payment, meaning you, the driver, you got pinged for a call and then there's a payment. But that question came up again. So what I'm thinking is, next week, why don't we do the ping for payment training again? Mm-hmm. And then we'll copy that and we'll put it out there like we did the registration process. So everybody can have that.
Ping to payment.
We'll do that next week.
I'm making notes because it's important. So ping to payment next week. Okay.
Okay. So here's a question that came up there is, can a driver rent their own car? In other words, can a driver rent a car and drive for Vibe rides? Can a driver rent a car? The question came up.
That is totally up to you, because of the fact that you need to we will let you drive. The thing is, you need to be on the insurance. So insurance is critical, of course. But you need to also let the rental company know that you're about to use it to do drives, right? And so they need to be aware of that. And we can't take responsibility in regards to that, of what type of information you're sharing with the rental company. We just want to make sure you're covered in regards to insurance, and you have a valid driver's license, and you still need to go through your background check. And of course, the challenge here is in regards to your 19-point inspection. So your 19-point inspection is necessary no matter what, whether you have a rental or you have your own vehicle or you're borrowing someone's car. You still need to follow all stipulations in regards to the process. So you need to let them know you have to be on the insurance, and you have to have the right coverage, number one. And you have to let them know what you're using the vehicle for, because you're going to be driving a lot. So that's a lot of mileage. So you need to inform them. We will not take responsibility. But the other thing as well is you need a 19-point inspection. So if you're going to rent a car, you have to disclose the info, because you're going to need a 19-point inspection for that vehicle. So just take a look at the reasons why maybe you should or should not rent a car. But long story short, again, up to you in regards to that.
Awesome. So I'm gonna combine here and answer I'm gonna try to answer 3 or 4 questions simultaneously, and this relates to the background check, the vehicle inspection, and our Vibe 5 promo. So I'm gonna try to do them all at one time here. So the question is, the background check is $33. None of that money is kept by Vibe Rides. That's what we have to pay to the third-party source to actually do the background checks. So Vibe Rides does not take any of that money, similar to the vehicle inspection, which we'll go over that chart again at the end. We have it for $16.99. And again, you pay that directly to the service provider that's actually doing that vehicle inspection. So neither the background check or the vehicle inspection, Vibe Rides does not receive any of that money. But if we add those numbers up, it comes up to be
$50.
$50. And our Vibe 5 promotion is 5 rides, your initial 5 rides, a rating of 4.2, and you will get reimbursed
For the $50.
$50. So the question came up and said, somebody else says, how long are we going to do that promo? We've run it in April and May and June. We're in June. So I think for right now, we'll run it all the way through June. July and on, we'll see at that point in time. For right now, we will continue and run the Vibe 5 promotion all the way through June. So if you're a driver and you're signing up right now, or even if you're an existing driver, get out there, get those 5 drives done.
Absolutely.
And
but remember, we have more promos coming out. You know, we consistently put out incentives. This promo we ran for a while because it was working really well and people were appreciating it out there in regards to the drivers, but we have more coming out. So we'll always have promos every single month. They may change, they may not, but we'll always have a promo, right, Scott?
Absolutely. Absolutely. That's just the fun part of what we're doing. Question came up from somebody that basically said, how will I be notified once I'm approved as a driver? How do I get notified?
Your texts are really important. So before you click OK, make sure you read your texts that are coming in, because when you do get approved, you get a congratulations text to let you know that you've been approved. So even every single step has a text that will inform you of maybe missing documents. You need to upload certain information, but between the background check, so there's a pause between the background check while you're going through that. Once you're past the background check, it takes you into the vehicle process. You have to finish your vehicle process. So just because you did your background check and you're done doesn't mean you're done. You go into the vehicle section, and once you've done that and they've approved it, you'll get a congratulations, you've been approved to drive. Because some people are getting confused in regards to the congratulations. Okay. They're not reading the rest of the text. We congratulate you at every phase. So make sure you know what phase you're in. Congratulations, your vehicle has been approved, or congratulations, you are able to drive for Vibe rides now. So the texts are different. So pay attention.
Absolutely, pay attention. A lot of good information coming back your way. So if somebody had a question, this came up, was how do I contact your customer amazement department? If I've got a question, I need to contact them. How do I do that?
Yeah, so we have driver support, and then we have that actually one of the slides. So take a look at the end. We always put up that slide. And of course, you know these, well, some of you don't know this, but I'm going to let you know. These calls are all recorded, and every single call right after it's done goes into the archive at our Facebook page. So go to Vibe Ride's Facebook page. You will see all of our recordings. You won't miss a thing. So if you missed maybe, contact information and any details, all you have to do is watch the video. But in this case, we'll show you again in a few minutes, but it's driver support at viberides.com.
Awesome. Okay, I don't know my airport codes that well. Here we go. Orlando's airport code is it MCO?
That's a good question.
No, is that, what is MCO? I don't know.
What's MCO?
I don't know what MCO
okay.
is.
I don't know.
Right, somebody will
you
tell
got
us.
Me on that. I don't know the Orlando code offhand. I've seen it, but I don't remember it at this point.
But let's talk about this if we have new drivers. Mm-hmm. So I think the question comes up to the airports. So right. We're in Dallas, Fort Worth, we're in Houston, Tampa, Orlando, Fort Myers, and Miami. So let's address all of them together.
Fort Lauderdale.
Fort Lauderdale. What did I say?
Fort Myers.
Fort Myers. Okay, Fort Lauderdale. It was close. It was close. I just got the opposite sides of the Gulf there. Can we pick up and drop off at the airports?
At this moment, you can pick up and drop off at Houston, and you can pick up and drop off in Dallas. Fort Lauderdale, Broward County, because of COVID, have changed a few things. So we are in the process of updating those, and they have to get back to us in regards to their new processes post-COVID, or we're actually still in COVID. But in any case, those are the only 2 locations at this point that you can pick up and drop off. So that's Dallas, Fort Worth, and Houston airports.
Okay, and I still don't know what MCO is, but we'll find out. Okay, I'm going to go, let's see, MCO. It must be Orlando. You think so? I don't know. MCO. I'm still trying to find out.
I've got one here from Tim Lambert. So Tim, is there an update to when a person can see where a driver is in the process? You will eventually, you yourself, if you're talking about being in overdrive, is that the question? I just want some clarity. Yes, eventually, you know, anyone in overdrive will have a back office. So you'll have the tool, it's called the fleet management tool, and you will eventually be able to see stages, not anything in detail in regards to the driver, because that's personal information. Their process is personal and it's private. We will give you access to visibility, but only if they're in phases. So if they're in phase 1, happens to be personal information profile, that's phase 1. Then they go into the background check phase, and then they go into the vehicle phase, and then complete. So basically, you're going to get very general, limited information. They may be in stage 1, stage 2. We haven't decided on what to call it. You will maybe see in process, so you know that they've registered and they're going through the process, and then a complete. So you know that they've gone through the process fully and totally and are approved to drive. But it won't be very detailed, but you will have visibility soon.
So I'm going to address, a couple of these questions here are on the overdrive side. So again, for our drivers out there, if you're interested in learning about overdrive, we do opportunity presentations on Monday, Wednesday, and Fridays at 11 a.m. to talk about overdrive and that opportunity. So this question, so for you drivers out there, I'm going to ask I'm going to cover a few questions related to overdrive. And Angela, the question is, came in that the individual understands that overdrive includes a background check and a vehicle inspection. Mm-hmm. If I come in a coach class, is that covered also?
No. See, this is the thing, that's the difference. So overdrive is a whole different process. Overdrive has to do with Vibe rides specifically and drivers specifically. It's just a different model. If you're in coach, you still have to go, if you want to drive, you still have to go through the registration process. And that's inclusive of a background check and a 19-point inspection. If you join as an overdrive component, and only the overdrive component will include a background check and a 19-point inspection. No other pack includes that.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've had a few questions again, and I guess this is another TSA question from the overdrive group as it relates to referral code. So we still have a lot of people that are concerned that the referral code isn't showing up for their driver or rider that they referred to. Or the question is, what happens if my rider, let's just say, uploads the app, or deletes it and then uploads the app again and signs in? Will they still be tracked to me? So the questions coming up is, are those referral codes there? Will they stay there even if the driver or the rider has to re-download the app?
Oh, absolutely. As soon as that referral code gets redeemed, because anyone who knows that knows how boomerangs work. So this is a question of someone who's familiar with boomerangs. Boomerangs are the referral code. So as soon as you send out a boomerang and you send them instructions on how to redeem them, once they redeem them, that individual is connected to you. So even when they download the app, that individual is connected to you, whether it's a driver or a rider, you will be connected. So I would suggest sending them referral codes or boomerangs as soon as you can to get them activated. But we are working on something for you in regards to make it easier for drivers to give out codes to riders other than boomerang. So we are working on that. We understand the process. We've gotten a lot of information from the field and our warriors out there. We truly are paying attention and understand that sometimes there's a challenge in regards to referral codes and ease of use. We are working on that, and that's coming soon.
Awesome. So what we're going to do is, and we've talked about this internally just to help out and ask more questions and do a presentation on overdrive, is in the upcoming weeks here, we're going to have Mr. Terrence Gray, who's VP of Operations for Ibüümerang. He's going to come on, and probably with Angela here, and we'll do a Q&A session and a more in-depth presentation strictly pertaining to the overdrive component. We continue to have a lot of questions there, and we'll do a specific training rate for that coming up in the future. So we have a lot of questions that relate to all of those items, but I think it's best that we just put together a presentation for everybody.
Yeah.
We know the questions that are coming in, and we'll address all of them. And then probably at the end, we'll have an opportunity to do a Q&A session there too.
Absolutely. And then in regards to referral codes as well, it's time stamped. So if someone happens to get another referral code from someone else, a day later, 3 days later, a week later, it doesn't matter. If you've already given them a referral code, a Ibüümerang/referral code, and they've redeemed it, it's time stamped. If someone comes in and gives them another one and they try to redeem it, it won't work. And even if they did redeem it for some reason, technical, whatever, for some reason went through, it doesn't matter. The timestamp relates to the person who gave it to them first. So FYI, that will not happen. The system tracks the timestamp on those referral code.
Okay, and we've got a few people with specific questions that they feel that they've gone through the process. They feel they've gone through the background check, but they still haven't received anything, contact information that they're approved. So if you are approved, why don't you also talk again about the welcome pack that the new drivers get and what they should expect to see that coming in the mail for them too.
Yeah, if you've been approved, you will get a welcome pack as well. But of course, I mean, for some reason, if you did not get any text or any type of communication, please email us at driversupport@viberides.com. We will get back to you in regards to where you are in the system. If you were approved, we'll most definitely let you know, and we will most definitely be sending you out a welcome pack. But so if you're totally sure that you didn't get any communication whatsoever, absolutely send us a message. We will get back to you and let you know on that.
So I think probably when I look at it, the presentations that we've done, the recap of the presentations that people really keep asking about, which is good, is we've got the registration process, like we said, that'll be out there. We'll do what we call the ping to payment from the time you get accept a ride all the way through to the end of the payment. And then also, I think probably, Angela, we should just go over again in the next couple of weeks, go over the payout. So just so everybody knows from the driver's standpoint, again, is the payments that we're making to pay on the commissions to the drivers, which is your 70 or 75% of time and distance, plus your tips, plus your tolls. Those are paid out on Tuesday every week. So we've been paying those now for the last few weeks. So for our drivers out there, big thumbs up and thank you that there's people actually getting money, getting paid.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. So that's exciting and that's happening. I know there's another question pertaining to people related to the overdrive part of the commissions. On the overdrive piece, I don't exactly know. That's comes on the Ibüümerang side, is the actual timing of those.
Yeah, and that's just like anyone who's related, who knows anything about Ibüümerang. Even the travel savings bonuses, same thing, come in after a certain period of time. In regards to this, we are identifying that we're looking at 60 to 90 days after that. But we will address that on our call in regards to specifically overdrive for you. We will do that next week. You will get answers specifically on overdrive regarding those commissions. We're going to address those for sure. I have a question here from Mario. If a potential driver has a driver's license, but not a social security number, but has an ITIN, can he be approved to drive for Vibe rides? Well, the answer, unfortunately, is no, they cannot. They need to have a social security number in order to drive for Vibe rides, because that is background check specific. In order for you to go through a background check, we need your social security number. An ITIN number is not a social security number. So even though you have a driver's license, you still need a social security number because you need to pass the background check, and we need that number in order for you to even go through the process. yeah. So
yes. So I think my phone just died. I've been answering so many questions. So I guess I've been looking for too many. But we just got a few that are left here. I like this one when somebody said, "Can the riders purchase swag?" Yes. Anybody can go on the website.
Gosh, yes.
Yes, you can get your riders
absolutely
to buy swag.
Get the swag. It's phenomenal. I love our clothing line. It's super cool.
So what about, Angela, we've got some people out there maybe aren't on Facebook, don't have a Facebook account. And for these trainings that we've recorded, where else can they get them besides Facebook? Is there any other place they can access that information?
It is Facebook. And if you have, here's an idea. If you have someone who has Facebook, have them give you access or send you the video so you can watch it. You can do that. Zoom links only go to our drivers. So our Zoom links go specifically to drivers. Of course, our Spanish line, of course, is Zoom, and they also get the Zoom line, but we don't send the Zoom line to just anyone. You have to be a driver in order to do that. And of course, that's what I would do. I would say, you know, ask a friend, can you do me a favor? Can you go on to Vibe Rides? Can you send me some of the videos or give me access? But most people have Facebook though. Most people have Facebook.
And again, we also have the question, is there a place that people can go back and look at all the question and answers that we've done over the last few weeks? And yes, again, these sessions that we're doing are out there at Vibe Rides on Facebook that you can go back to do them. But I also want to encourage you is our website has got a lot of information. Our customer amazement team has put together frequently asked questions. So most of the information that we're covering here right now is already out there. That information is all available. We know it's easier to ask us live here, but all those questions that you're asking, a lot of them are already out there today.
Oh, absolutely. That is plethora. That's a big word today.
That's a big word. Wow.
The plethora of information. No, seriously. I mean, it's so informative to go over there. You can also go on our of course, on our Facebook page, Vibe Rides, with all those recordings. I mean, there's a ton of them. We've been doing them for months. You can review those. And viberides.com, driver side, go to our website, look at everything, scroll through the frequently asked questions. There's a ton of stuff there. So absolutely. And if there's something you just can't seem to find, of course, driver support at viberides.com, or for riders, it's support at viberides.com.
Awesome. Okay. I'm going to have to go grab my laptop. I'm going to get some more questions. Or do you have them there? Maybe we'll switch it around and Angela will look and find a few questions now.
Okay. I kept saying, so my slides weren't changing. Is that what happened earlier today? Or did they eventually change? Because I'm getting messages here that I missed that the slides weren't changing. So maybe they were just changing.
I think maybe when you were on the software update page, I think when you're on there going through all the items on the software update page.
Oh, yeah. There were so many, we couldn't write them down. So the software update page that's the only page that was there. So it wasn't, I know for those who are used to seeing all that listing. So who is driving? Do we as TSAs get any information in back office about who is driving? Well, we address that, and we're going to address that again next week. You overdrive peeps and your TSAs out there, we love you, and we're going to get you the information you need so you can run your business as efficient as possible, and we understand that. So we'll definitely be doing that. As an ambassador, will we earn when there is surge? Well, we aren't in the surge component. We are Vibe Rides. We're just different. So there's things that you will see in other rideshare companies that we may not be doing at Vibe Rides. We have a different business model. Our business model is most definitely different. We love our drivers. We love our riders and our community, but what we do is based on our business model. So you may see some similarities in the future, but you may not see the same thing happening as it's happening into other rideshare companies. And that's, in regards to surges.
Yeah, and I think the question came up again, and we were asked this question quite frequently is, let's assume I'm a new driver today. Am I starting the registration process today? What should I expect realistically from that time frame? Let's just say, what is today? June 4th. Oh, you know what? June 4th. Forgot to wish happy birthday to my dad.
Happy birthday.
He's 91 years old today.
Happy birthday.
My dad's 91 today.
That's fantastic.
I just looked at my watch, realized it's June 4th. But if somebody was signing up today, Angela, it's June 4th, what's a reasonable expectation from them of when I should be able to drive? What would you say?
I would say 10 to 14 business days. But that means that you're being very efficient and you're going through the process and uploading what you need and providing us with everything, right? So if there's going to be challenges if you're not providing us with the correct information. Our customer amazement team is, of course, we call them amazement team because they're amazement. They're amazing, right? And actually we have Frederick Brim, our director of our customer amazement team, right here. He just walked in and is watching the presentation. We should make him come on and say hi to everybody. Come say hi. Come say hi.
Come on over here, Hopton. He's going to try to meander through the lights on his way over
All
here.
You have to do is say, hey, what's up?
But I think you've probably heard Fred in some calls early on, but here he is, Mr. Frederick Brim.
Yeah,
He's our Director of Customer Amazement.
So you need to make sure you follow direction and upload the accurate information that is requested from you, okay? And then, of course, if you start the registration and then take a break for a week and then get back into it, it's going to lengthen that. Okay. So typically 10 to 14 business days is pretty general standard. If it's taking more than that, you're not uploading the information, or if you're having challenges, let us know and we will get you through the system if you're missing any information and so forth.
Yep. And I think there's one important part in here that just people understand is when you reach the point when you're actually going to get your background check submitted, you're going to get an email from the company that does the background check. So just because you put all your information in, you still have to fill out that information that they're requesting on your background check and pay the $33. So just don't think when the registration process is, you've gone along, you put all your information and you're done. We need you to actually complete that background check application, pay the $33 and submit that. Then we come back and then get your vehicle inspected after that. So don't just drop off. I think for some of the people there, they're thinking that, oh, I'm through the process, but you have to go through that background check. You've got to fill out that form.
Absolutely. So we have a question for Mario. Thank you for the question, Mario. Why do we even need the safety inspection? Safety is really important to us, and we want to make sure our riders, our drivers, and our community are safe. We want them in safe vehicles, and that's why it's important that when you drive for us, Vibe Rides, you will need a safety inspection, most definitely. And that's why we're very adamant in regards to that.
That's good. What else do we have? I think we're getting through quite a bit of the questions here. I think as long as we can do a presentation on Overdrive next week, I think that'll be good. And we'll get some of these other ones posted out there for everyone. But the other thing that's really fun, Angela, is seeing the number of people that we actually have that participate in the calls. So Angela and I, we started doing these calls, was it around March 24th, about 7 days before the official launch. And we've been doing these calls on Tuesdays and Thursdays. Well, we did them every day for the week. But now we're doing the driver training, the driver updates on Tuesdays and Thursdays. But it's really fun to see how many people that we actually have online, how many people are watching it, the responses that we're getting. The question is, so, we thank all of you as we build this community. We enjoy it. This is kind of the fun part of the day that we actually get to do Vibe Ride. So we really enjoy this, but we really appreciate everybody's participation out there. And it's just good to see so many people tuning in week after week.
Yeah. And then, you know what? I just got a reminder, and he's so right. Mario, you're really paying attention, and I appreciate that. So you remember the question in regards to where can we find it? If it's on Facebook, where else? YouTube. You're right. We have a YouTube channel. We have a Vibe Rides YouTube channel, and all the recordings and trainings and information in regards to all Vibe is there. So you can go to YouTube as well. Thank you for the reminder. Appreciate that. Vibe Ride, I Decides. Those are coming soon too. So be patient. We're gonna give you those answers next week as well. And of course, we're gonna have a Vibe I Decide. Most definitely.
Absolutely.
Okay. I think we've got most of them done.
I think we're done. Again, tomorrow, 11 a.m., we have an opportunity presentation on Vibe Rides. And who's our speaker for tomorrow? Who do we have coming in on Friday?
We have Trey Harris. Yes, we have Trey Harris tomorrow, so we're excited about that. Most definitely to do our opportunity call.
And these opportunity calls, I think, are really fun because you get a different person presenting every time. You get a little different flavor on it, and you really get people to share their insights, their backgrounds, and their feelings pertaining to the opportunity. So if you haven't tuned in on one of the opportunity calls and you're interested in Overdrive, tune in tomorrow at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time, and they can learn more about it.
Yeah, so we have calls all week, 5 days a week. Just remember that these calls, training, updates for driver specific calls and information are Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 a.m. CST. So get on those calls. We keep you informed and everything Vibe Rides in regards to the driver component and what's happening out in the field. And of course, as Scott just mentioned, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays are the Vibe Rides opportunity calls, and those are important if you want to take your business to the next level. That's at 11 a.m. CST as well.
Absolutely.
So tune into those, and let's see. Okay, we'll move on.
Of course. Let's cover the June promotions again.
Yep.
Yeah,
absolutely.
We talked about it. The Vibe 5 driver promotion. We're running this through the month of June. Okay, so all you've got to do, like we said, is get 5 rides. How long would that take? Can't take very long to get.
Can't take very long. We've had people who already have done that, who are going to be getting their $50 reward. So, yep.
So get that done. And then again, I always want to emphasize this is where you get the vehicle inspections taken care of. Okay, that's always an important thing because this seems to come up again. So yeah, I know we're kind of redundant going over this, but let's go over it again.
No, not at all. We'll keep repeating ourselves because we have new people coming on to the calls. And of course, everybody needs an update and review. I just got some reminders that I needed. So this is good. $16.99 plus tax. These spots are phenomenal. They will take care of your vehicle, of course, with anything else you may need in regards to your, what you want to get done on your vehicle. But for this 19-point inspection, it's $16.99 plus tax at any of these locations. And that's Tire Kingdom Service Centers, which is located in Florida region. And the NTB's Tire and Service Centers are in Texas. And of course, they also run the Merchants Tire and Auto Centers. So all you have to do is Google these locations, find the closest one to you, and they will take care of your 19-point inspection for you.
And where does our drivers get that 19-point inspection form from again?
Excuse me, my nose is running. Where you get it, it's in your app. So you have options. We give you options here. So you can click the link and it will email you the 19-point inspection where you can print it off, or you can download it onto your phone. That's the other option. All you have to do is click on it. You can have access to that. And for some reason, you can't get access to it because your phone's acting funny on you, you can email driver support at viberides.com and they will send you the form to print because you need to print it to bring it into these locations for your inspection.
Absolutely. And then the other thing, let's talk about, we'd love to see some social activity, some social media activity.
Get social. Well, here, additional questions to go. Here you go, right here. So you can go to viberides.com and click support, or viberidesupport.com, or from your email, driversupport@viberides.com. And then for riders, it's support@viberides.com. Awesome. Look at that. That's tons of options. We're accessible. Easy peasy.
Easy to do. And yeah, we want to get social with you too. Only requirements is let's not go crazy. So we don't want to see you like, hey, I got a rider in my car, I'm taking your videos. So make sure that it's okay with the rider or that you've got, but it'd be fun to see some actual videos. It'd be fun to see some comments from some of the riders, but please be very careful, be very respectful, and ask them if that's okay, if you can send them into the company. So it would be fun. We'd love to see them.
Absolutely.
We've had some videos come in and it's fun to actually see. So if you get the opportunity to do that, we'd appreciate it. It'd be fun to share with everyone.
Absolutely. And definitely get social with us. Go and follow us at Instagram at Ride with Vibe, of course. And then on Facebook.com, Ibüümerang Vibe Rides. And there's your YouTube right there for those individuals who are looking for our YouTube. Here you go, youtube.com//Vibe Rides.
So we're everywhere.
We're everywhere.
We're everywhere. You can find us everywhere. So again, thanks everyone for being on the call with us today. We really appreciate everybody tuning in. We won't see you in July till next week. Like I said, we'll have a presentation tomorrow. That'll wrap us up for today.
Absolutely. Be safe, be well, and keep vibing, everyone out there. Have an amazing day.
All right, we'll see you next week.
Bye.